You had a question, sir.
There is rampant unemployment around Uganda amongst the youth, to be specific. If you're elected into office, how are you going to address the problem of unemployment among the youth of Uganda?
You know, these are the things I talked about in the beginning, that we look at the consequences of one problem, and that is leadership. The leadership is not focused. The leadership is no longer bothered about the plight of the people. For me, I think that once you straighten, you know, the seat, the foundation of leadership, and focus all the efforts while you are in leadership to what affects the people. What is it that afflicts the people? What is it that is afflicting the country? What is needed in this country, you know, to put in place in order to start on what you are trying to
Somebody would say, wait a minute, Honorable Bidandai said that if you have worked with this leadership for about 20 years, I mean, how different can you be?
Oh. First of all, I left about 6 years ago, as you know it.
Yes.
Secondly, I might be, I'm not very sure now that after these 6 months, but by the time I left, I was the longest serving minister, meaning in the office of a minister. Over 20 years, under Binaisa, under Rutua, under the late Mwanga, when they were still with President Museveni, and then under Museveni. You are asking how different I would be. I would be exactly as different as I was when I was still working with them. No corruption, no embezzlement, no acquisition. None of you seated here will say that when I was Minister of Energy, when I was Minister of Labor, when I was Minister of Local Government, when I was Minister of Community Development, I acquired this. I acquired land. I developed skyscrapers. That I was involved in this corruption or the other. I'll tell you a small story. When I was Minister of Energy, one company came and said, you know, at that time it was the minister who decided which company would provide $7 million worth of fuel. So one company came and said, look, we offer you 10%, and this is internationally accepted, it's not corruption. I said, what? 10% of $7 million per month? And you know, the invoices were there. I said, wonderful. Take this invoice back, and below it say less 10%, and I'll give you the contract. He thought I was joking. And it's a real story that I'm telling you. I don't want to mention which company. So he went, put down less 10%, and he got the contract for that month. So in other words, there are good eggs, even in the present government, amongst the rotten ones. So now that I'll be at the helm, I'll make sure that the eggs I move with, the left hands I move with, are the good ones.